Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are having a great day so far. As promised, I had mentioned in my stories that I was going to do a video on awareness and even jump into the spiritual aspect of that based on something that I saw earlier today. So, just to start off, again, I say this many times, but awareness is so important to have because it allows you to discern again those moments when it's best to respond or to have a certain reaction, a very controlled reaction, or to not even respond or react at all. And I said this because of the fact that from the spiritual aspect, the enemy can throw things in your direction to cause you to have a disruption. So in other words, kind of disrupt your day, disrupt, what good you've got going on in your life, whatever is positive. The enemy isn't for it, right? So he will find ways to get you deterred from off of your path or tempt you with something, or in particular cases arouse your anger in order for you to be focused on this instead of focused here. And so I just want to speak on that again today because of something that I saw that I immediately understood that it was a tactic and not really something that I should be, fussing about, so to speak. So I'm going to state this because under normal circumstances, I would not say anything about why today is significant. Because I already posted a video about this. Maybe the video prior to this, I spoke on this. But I'm using this day just to illustrate a point to you guys and to bring a certain message to you guys in order for you to increase your awareness. So today happens to be my birthday. And I've already spoken about this on the previous video as to why I do not tell people when my birthday is, why I've removed it from social media. For those who remember, they remember, and I thank you. And I'm, grateful that you acknowledge me on my day. But at the same time, I don't make it a point to be upset or have my emotions disrupted over the fact that it's my birthday and no one's acknowledging it. So the reason why I've developed that, again, I don't want to dip into something that you guys may have already watched already, has to do with my personal work for myself. So, personal development as far as, having a healthy sense of detachment. So this is just for me. It doesn't mean that you got to do the same thing. But like I said in the other video, I had received a message and I felt like this could be applied to my life. So to jump into why this and mentioning all of this is important is because I've gotten to a place where I am comfortable with how I feel on my day. I don't mind spending it alone. In most cases, I love spending it alone. But, it's to say I don't allow the participation or lack thereof of people around me to make that day feel some type of special or way or significance. Again, I want to kind of stay away from what I had mentioned in the last video because I do a pretty good explanation of that in that one. But it's to talk about awareness. And so today I saw on Facebook a post that someone made. And as I was looking at it, I said, oh, this looks very, very familiar. When I got maybe halfway through it, I said, wait, I wrote this. Like, the post that this person was putting on their page is a legitimate, and I am not joking, it is a literal copy paste of something that I did months ago. And I pinned it to my profile, so that when people go onto my profile, they see who I am, they see what I'm about, what I do, more than they will see like the most recent post that I made. Of course, they'll see those things, but my whole point is anybody that visits my page, I want this thing, this particular post that I created months ago, to be the focal point of when people visit. And so when I realized that this person had literally copied everything that I said, minus what was added at the bottom of their post, I started laughing. I started laughing not because of them, but I started laughing because I said, I see you, Satan. You're really trying to disrupt my day. I'm having a wonderful day, by the way. A wonderful day. I've spent it mostly by myself. I've spent it with God. I've spent it, being grateful for still being here, and, asking God that, spare my life another year, that I continue to do the work that He has set out for me to do. And so this is how my day has been spent, and this will be how I continue my day, with different elements of people or things that I want to include in my day. But I saw this. I just happened to jump on social media because I wanted to avoid it today. But I happened to see this. And when you don't have awareness, or at least let me just keep it to me to show you the growth and how that can help you. Let's say about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, my reaction would have been very, very different. It wouldn't have been like, I see this is someone trying to, not someone, but when I say someone, I mean the enemy, I mean Satan, trying to disrupt my day and trying to disrupt my peace. I would have saw that as like a flat out, copycat, or, somebody trying to, bite my style. These are things that I used to kind of identify with, if you will, as recent as 4 or 5 years ago. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is that your ego can sometimes get in the way of your personal progress, because it's these ideas that are implanted in you to think that the world is out to get you, the world is out to cheat you, even though you are working towards something great and positive. So I'll never, trivialize what people are after, as far as their dreams and their goals. But you will always have this idea in the back of your head that if someone is doing exactly the same thing you're doing, it means they're trying to steal something from you, or they're trying to overshadow you, or they're trying to be you. That's not necessarily true. What I came to realize while working on myself is that I have gifts. And this is the message that I've shared with you guys before, is that, we all have gifts, and they're meant to be shared with the world. They're meant to be shared simply because what you do best, or what God has put within you to execute well, is for the betterment of everyone around you. You don't know what God's plan is, but I'll tell you this, what I know is that whatever God has given me, I know it's supposed to go and help a group of people. The number doesn't really matter, but it's what you are really good at, what you are gifted at, what you are meant to do is supposed to go out into the world and affect people in a way that will now help them want to become their best selves, or want them to look for what it is that they're gifted in. It's positive. So don't get tight when people, try to copy you, or try to take an idea that you've started with and maybe go run with it. You don't know what their assignment is. That's the point. You don't know what their assignment is. And for that reason, there's no legitimacy in getting angry and frustrated with that person, because We all have something unique within us that even if you and that person share the same talent, share the same gift, you can only deliver it the way you can. That person can't be you. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand where awareness is concerned. So if you see something happening for somebody and it's, something along the lines of what you want to do, but for whatever reason, it's not playing out in your life the same way that you either, conjured it up in your mind or, put the plan on paper and the outcome is supposed to be like this, but it's not happening for you, but it's happening for that other person. And they didn't go through the painstaking task of, writing down the steps, la, la, la. Don't get tight. Don't get tight. Because what is meant for them is meant for them. It doesn't come at the expense of what you're supposed to get. And I really want you guys to understand that. So going back to that post that I saw, because the instinct reaction would be to be like, what the heck? Like, this person really copying my post. No, I took that as a compliment. Because I know that when I sit down and I get ready to write a message or to write a post or whatever the case may be, I know that I am very good with my words. I know that I can convey a message that, feels inspirational, if you will. But I also know that that doesn't come directly from me. That comes directly from him. And so if I feel within myself, I'm putting these words together and it's like flowing well and this, that, and the third, I know it's because God is using me to convey a message to someone. So that person who took my post and copied and pasted for them as an original post, more power to you. Because if it helps you get where you need to go, why not? Use it 10 times if you need to. I put it on there, yes, to help me, of course, because it's my page. It's the words that are being used. I want to be able to go out there and help the people that God needs me to help. But at the same time, if those words can be applied to someone else that I may not have direct access to, but this person might have direct access to, and I know that the universal goal is to get people to not only pursue their purpose, but maybe get them out of the situation that they're in right now. And I don't know them. But just the idea that there's people out there struggling and maybe they need to see this post in order to help them get to the next level, so be it. Take the next 10 people, go and use my message. That's where my heart is at right now. That's where my mind is at right now. It's not about, oh, this is my message and I wrote it and I did this months ago and and get so caught up in my ego that I lose sight of the purpose. And the purpose is to elevate this world to a positive place. So I can't fuss and fight about what someone's borrowing from me, because I borrow stuff from people. And that's another thing that used to be a trigger point for me, because I was always so caught up with the idea, oh, I gotta be original. I gotta be my own person. If I cop this from someone, then, like, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because what you're meant to do is what you're meant to do. And how you do that, whether it's tools being provided to you, whether it's someone telling you something and you taking that idea and running with it and putting your own spin on, doesn't matter. Stay focused on the goals. Stay focused on what your purpose is. And I'll tell you something, guys. When I stepped into this company that I work with right now, and the people that I am surrounded by, a lot of these things that I had already started working on eliminating because they're all ego-based, they have helped me 10 times over. So I don't care if you see a post of mine and you want to copy paste it verbatim, you want to smack your name on it and treat it as though it was your original thought. Go ahead. I don't mind. Because if it's going to get you to a better place, then I've done my job. And you got to start looking at life like that. So I hope this resonates. I hope you guys get the idea of awareness, especially from the spiritual aspect of, your joy and your peace being interrupted. Don't let the enemy do that. Don't let your ego do that. We're all meant to live an abundant life and live a peaceful and joyful existence. But there's going to be disruptions here and there, and you have to discern whether it is worth reacting to, worth responding to, or just saying, Satan, I see you. I see you. Not today. Not today. And like I said, because the emphasis of what of my birthday that I made in my last post, here he comes now to disrupt my day and come at me from a different angle, because he knows that I'm already solid on the fact that if no one wishes me happy birthday, it's all good. I'm not disrupted by that. So he's going to use tactics that are old things for me just to test and see, is she still weak in that area? Let's see about that. No, I see you. I see you. And I know I'm going to be constantly tested. That's just life. We're going to be tested at all angles and all things. But I saw this, I recognized it, and I want to share it with you guys because I want you to be able to level up. Because once you level up, the things that you once upon a time saw as such a pain in the butt or a disruption in your life, you're going to look at it like, man, it wasn't really that deep. And it ain't. I'm telling you, even if it's something that's bothering you, it's not that deep. Not at the expense of your peace and your joy. And I want you guys to have that. All right. So you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And I'll catch you again some other time. All right. Take care. Peace.